EDC video time. No way! I've been working on this for a little while, but it's taken me a bit because I've been finalizing my EDC for the year. And I think this is a good point to call it for the year, or at least for semester 1. If I change it for semester 2, I will make another video. This is the device I just did a video about, the Onyx Books Palmer. This is obviously a part of my EDC. I bring this with me in my pocket everywhere. I use it for reading, maps, Spotify, etc. It's great. No TikTok, Instagram, no brain rotting on this. This is a purely productivity device. Very nice. Next up is the Phoenix 7 Pro Sapphire Solar. I originally had a Phoenix 6 Pro. Next up, I have my wallet. It's from a company called Vintage Leather. It's from a company based in Sydney, Australia. I usually put my driver's license here, but I'm not showing that, so you can't steal my ID. I got this as a Christmas present last year, the most recent Christmas, and it's goated. It's actually sick. It's super slim. I used to have like a knockoff Ridge wallet, but I didn't like how the only way you could carry cash or coins was the clip on it. So this is goated for carrying cash and also staying slim. I also carry a scratch pad, just like a little pocket notebook that I use for general, like if I need to give someone a phone number or something, habit tracking, just general stuff like that. Ideas I want to write down if I'm not willing to like pull out my laptop and make a note of it on my to-do list. I'll make it on this and then transfer it over the next time I use my laptop. Okay, next up we have the other device I was supposed to make a video on and then never did. The Opal Touch Flip. This is a Australian brand flip phone. It's alright. I would say for a first flip phone, it's pretty good, but it's pretty clearly targeted at seniors. When I bought this, I didn't exactly have an established aesthetic yet, but I would say I very much do now. And this doesn't super fit into it. It's not bad, but I would prefer something like a Samsung Folder 2, I think it is, or a 903KC. So I'm going to save up for one of those. But this works fine, just running on like a $10 plan a month. But all I use this for is texting on WhatsApp, which it comes preloaded with, and calling, and that's it. I did try using maps or like unlauncher and changing the phone around a little bit, but this phone just doesn't sit well with it. So I've just transferred those abilities over to the Books Palmer. Next up are my keys. I have my car keys. I drive a Toyota 86 because I have really nice parents. I got a little keychain of the 86 on there that I bought from a company called Hard Tuned. I believe they're Aussie based, but I think they have international outlets as well. And then the tag is just a UWA Car Club tag from uni. And then for my other keys, I have this keychain which was part of the gift set that came with my wallet. So this is like matches the wallet, which is pretty sick if I do say so myself. I carry a 8-bit dough micro 8-bit do or 8-bit dough. This thing, I carry it in my pocket and I use it to turn pages on my e-reader. I literally just I don't know why I'm talking like I've had this for a while. I got this yesterday. It was my partner's early birthday present to me because she's a legend and she knew I wanted a controller to use with my e-reader, especially because I'm saving up for a bigger e-reader. It's not so bad with the Palmer turning pages, but it would be nice to, when I get like a 6-inch, I think it's a Books Go 6, it would be nice to be able to turn the pages while it's on my document stand with just the controller. So that's where this is going to come in, and it will also be used for Anki revision of flashcards for psychology, but obviously I'm not in uni until the 24th Feb, so it's just page turning for now. Let's go. Very nice. So that's pretty sick, yeah. Cheers, da girlfriend. By the way, if you haven't checked out her channel, it's linked in my channel page, so go and check her out and subscribe and tell her she's pretty. Next up are my earbuds. These are Jabra Elite 85Ts. I've had these for over 4 years, maybe 5 years. I can't remember exactly, but I had them in high school and that was in 2022. So I've had them since probably 2021, I would say. I don't know the exact date. The noise cancelling on them it's the best active noise cancelling I've ever used, but I don't have a lot of experience with ANC. But to me, they're super good. The bass on them is pretty good. They're obviously more directed at exercise. Goated earbuds, nice. And they have wireless charging, which is pretty sick. USB-C as well, charging. The bag itself, this is just a bag I got from Amazon. It had not great reviews when I bought it, but I've had no issues with it. It's withstood, you know, rain, like it's not had any stitching or zip issues. This is honestly super good for like 45 Australian bucks, I think is what I bought it for. I really like the color. It matches like my pencil case and one of my notebooks. It's a little deflated right now because there's nothing in there because everything's out on my desk for the EDC. It's a like hatchback too, so you can undo it and fit a lot of stuff in it. It's very useful, and you'll see why the space is important in a moment. It has a laptop sleeve, has like some internal pockets, and then it has these pockets on the outside. These pockets on the outside are not really usable for a water bottle, but maybe that's just my taste in water bottles, which you'll also find out in a moment. I have a couple notebooks. The first one I'm going to bring up is a Clairefontaine notebook. It's got this nice tinted paper, and it's a dotted grid layout. I think I can show the layout now. I've got a spare page. Hopefully you can see that. I really like the paper in it. It works really well with my fountain pen, and it's also really nice to write on with a mechanical pencil, which maybe sounds like a silly statement, but it seriously does make a big difference to me. I'm about halfway through this one, but I've filled out one of them before. Slightly different layout on this one, but yeah, I really like these notebooks. I'm definitely going to keep buying them for my maths workout, physics working out, and also programming planning for flowcharts and stuff. It makes me want to work in it because it's just a nice notebook. Then I have a just generic dot journal that I got from Officeworks. This one is not really anything special. The paper is nice, but it's not exceptional like the Clairefontaine, and it doesn't work as well with my fountain pen. It's got a dotted grid layout, and then there are also some lines and a normal grid layout at the back of the book. I suppose if you wanted to mess around with that, you could. And then I just have another generic notebook from Officeworks. This one is probably the least high quality, but it came with a little cheap mechanical pencil, which I used for a little bit until I got a rotary. So that was good. As for the laptop, I have an Acer Aspire 3 running Linux with a Windows dual boot system as well. It was within my budget at the time when I needed a new laptop, and I was able to upgrade the RAM from 8 gigs to 24 with just another 16 gig slot. It does have a space to put in a 2.5-inch SSD or hard drive, but I haven't done that yet just because money. But its main hard drive that comes pre-installed is a 500 gigabyte M.2, and then it has the spare RAM slot that you can put a notebook RAM module in. Works very well. It's great. It's not super powerful. It doesn't need to be super powerful for uni, so this is pretty good. It's also pretty sturdy. It's not ThinkPad level sturdy. Right, now for the water bottle that I was memeing on about earlier. This is a 2-liter thermos. I really hate filling up my water bottle all the time, and I drink a lot of water, especially when I'm studying. And I found it really focus breaking to get up every hour or so to refill the water when I'm in deep work. So I bought a enormous thermos, and it just fits in the bag. But it does fit, which is great. Makes it a little heavy on one side, but the other stuff in the bag usually evens it out a bit. And it also means that I've always got some water. It's also good for helping track my water intake, because my goal is to drink 2 liters of water a day. So I just need to drink one of these a day. So I just fill it up in the morning, and then if I haven't finished it by the end of the day, then whoops, I didn't keep to my habits. When it's exam period, I'll try hard and I'll use technology as little as possible. So I'll do a lot of my revision on paper, and sometimes on my laptop if I'm doing just flashcards or something. But I still find it really helpful to have some music to help me focus in loud environments. For example, if I'm at the uni library and the floor that I'm on isn't very quiet, I will prefer to listen to some music. So for that, I have a Sony Walkman that I got off Facebook Marketplace for $50, and I just replaced the belts in it for like $10 from AliExpress. Works great. There are no batteries in it right now because I'm not using it, but during exam period I'll use it a lot. And the cassettes I have for it, the main 3 that I'll bring with me is Modal Soul Nujabes. I got this from AliExpress. Just this custom recorded one. It's a bunch of Nujabes songs that are all instrumentals. So this is the one I'll mainly use when I'm in the library studying. Because there's no lyrics, it's really nice for me to focus with just some nice Nujabes instrumentals in the background. So that's pretty goated. And then I have a Lovesick Hexology cassette, which also has some instrumentals. So side A is all of the actual Lovesick album, and then side B is all of the instrumentals, so that's also nice for when I'm studying. I do also have some classical cassettes and that I got from an op shop, but these are the main ones I use. And then to listen to them, I just use my wireless earbuds with this little Bluetooth transmitter device I found. The audio quality isn't great, but it doesn't need to be for background noise, so I just use an aux cable and this little adapter thing to send audio to my earbuds, and it works great. This is the pencil case. I got it from Officeworks, but there is a link to it online that I will give. I'll only go over the main items I use. There are a couple cheap pens and stuff, just generic pens from Officeworks, but I don't feel those as necessary to go through because they're not branded or anything. They're just your run-of-the-mill like pen from a cheap stationery store. I've got the Rotring 800 mechanical pencil. This thing is super nice to write with. The tip does wiggle a bit, which is something you'll read online about them, and it is quite heavy, but I still find it really nice to work with. I probably will get a 600 and carry that in the pencil case, and then this one I'll carry in my pocket when I'm going out on just trips and stuff with my girlfriend, because the retractable tip is really nice to make sure it doesn't get bent or poke a hole in my jeans. Then I just have this retractable whiteout thing, also from Officeworks. This is actually run out. I need to get a new one. Eraser pen from Officeworks. That came with like a refill as well that I have stowed away for when I need it. Mars Technico 2mm pencil from Officeworks too. These are amazing, super sturdy. I got a 5-pack of some leads, and the leads just last ages. And then to sharpen that, I have this just 2mm lead sharpener from Amazon. This a bunch of this stuff I have gone through before on my workflow setup, which is why I'm kind of rushing through it here. A memo tool pen, which I got from a pen shop in the city as a gift, and a Waterman Allure that I also got from a shop in the city. The cap like clip has broken off, but I've had this for many years, so the fact that it still works good to me is a win. This was also my first fountain pen. I saved up for it when I was in school. And then for leads for the Rotring, I just have a generic like 5.5mm leads, HB grade. And then here I also have a mini calculator. And I'll put my scratch pad in here sometimes if I don't want to have it in my pocket. Just behind those pens, I can fit it behind here and it works great. There's also a ruler behind the calculator, but it's just a mini one for drawing straight lines, not for actually measuring. Another thing I'll bring with me is a foldable laptop stand. Oh, I also forgot to mention my hat is from a shop called Cotton On. I got it for like $6. It says Tupac on it. Very nice. And then my sunnies are also from Cotton On. They're just, yeah, I can't be bothered putting them on. They're just these like black ones. And then I also have these blue light glasses that I use when I'm working, especially in the morning or at night. Blue light glasses. That's the end of the video. Bye.
The mic fly. Resurrection. Funny how the music put time to perspective. Have a soundtrack.